Replay. Hello. Sorry, I gotta get ready. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. 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 Let's see. There we go. Labubu, labubu. Labubu, labubu. Labubu, labubu, labubu. Labubu, labubu, labubu. Labubu, labubu, labubu. Happy Friday. Wait, as soon as I get this glue off. So today's goal for this project, today is laying down some more rhinestones. So for this Labubu, the treatment we're giving this Labubu is a little outfit moment, kind of like this one. So we're just gonna keep working on the back of her outfit for a while, until I suddenly crash and need breakfast, which will probably be very soon. But let's maybe get like a couple of rows of rhinestones down. Little by little, we paint on okay. We have a bit of glue down. Feel free to say hi in the chat. While I'm looking down and concentrating, I might not see your message right away, but as soon as I take a chance to look up, I'll check and see if you said hi, so feel free to say hi. If this is the first time that you're hanging out with me, hi, I'm MeMeCherry. I like to do things like rhinestone labubus, sometimes stockings and garter belts for performance outfits. And sometimes I like to bake. I'm actually going to do a little bit of baking today too. So after I have breakfast, I'll probably go live to do some baking for today. And I also have a cute little podcast. It's called Series of Fortunate Events, or Sophie, S-O-F-E, SophiePod, SoFEPOD.com. You can find it on this channel, SOFE, SophiePod. It's a fun time with cute people, so I highly recommend it. I'm actually getting ready to do a bit of a content refresh approach to the podcast, so feel free to catch it before we bring on some fresh talent. I'm looking into bringing on some rotating co-hosts. I have some people in mind, which is so fun. Some people I've worked with before, but I'm also looking for some new talent. So if you are a yapper, if you are somebody that likes to yap, feel free to hit me up, send me a message. And if you want to audition to be a co-host, I'm going to be doing that very, very soon. So feel free to check out the podcast. And if it's something that you want to be a part of, shoot me a little note and I'll put you into my list of people that we will rotate for auditions. But the goal is to have rotating co-hosts. I want the podcast, I still want to have guests because, I love interviewing people and I love playing games with people, but I also just want to be a little bit more pop culture and like day-to-day stuff that's happening in the world. And so it would be fun to kind of like deep dive into stuff like that with people that come on regularly. So that way we're not necessarily getting to know a new guest. We've built a relationship, a rapport with these people, and that way we're just kind of having fun and chit-chatting and, you know, having a kiki. So I'm really looking forward to that. But in terms of the baking, another one of my goals is I want to launch a micro bakery. So that's something that I also will be documenting. So feel free to hit subscribe if any of that speaks to you. I like to think of myself as a positive corner of the internet. If you like to hang out and just have like a cute little time, cute vibes, then I'm the girl for you. I'm the girl for you, darling, because we're here for the good times and the good vibes only. This is coming along. We're chugging along. We're getting into a little groove here. So this Labubu is getting a rhinestone, a pink ombre jumpsuit kind of vibe. That's what we're going for. This part is always hard. Their little butt cracks. It's hard to get stones into their little butt cracks. All right. Little by little. The good thing is that now we're just dealing with the same color for the rest of the back. So we can just kind of play around with placement a little bit. It doesn't have to be as symmetrical as the top. We want the top, when we're kind of doing our ombre, you know, gradation, we want some symmetry, right? We don't want it to be too chaotic. But now that we're just in our light pink rhinestones, we can just get into a groove. Get into a groove. Not be so precious about symmetry, since her curved little body makes it hard to be super symmetrical. You know what I'm saying? Nobody said anything in the chat. Again, feel free to say hi in the chat. I am concentrating a little bit while I'm gluing and rhinestoning, but any chance I get, I'll look up and I'll say hi. So feel free to say hi in the chat. Let me know, what's your favorite Labubu flavor, colorway, vibe? Do you have a Labubu? Do you not have a Labubu? Do you want a Labubu? I love giving Labubus to my friends. This is going to be for one of my friends. Actually, it'll be for my friend that was my stage manager for my live show, which also the footage from that is also on this channel. Live show, well, yes, remember I said I have a podcast. So I hosted a live show for my podcast last month at the legendary Oasis nightclub in San Francisco. And actually, Doja Cat literally 24 hours hosted her listening party for her new album on the same stage that I was on. I can't believe I get to say that. I'll be saying that till the day I die. I shared the same stage as Doja Cat literally within 24 hours. But I hosted the first reverse roast. I called it MeMeCherry's Big Bake. And you're like, reverse roast? What's that? Well, if you've heard of a comedy roast, and I'm sure many of you have, cute, fun, whatever, it's a thing. But in my opinion, in my cunty opinion, they tend to be a little misogynistic. They tend to be racist. They tend to be homophobic. They just tend to, like, I don't know, play on like very baseline level of comedy, which I feel like you can throw a stone and you can find it anywhere nowadays. So I booked incredibly talented performers and I gave them a challenge to be funny in a positive, uplifting way. Now, mind you, some of these were drag queens, so we were still cunty. But it was fun. Like, it was so fun. And we were positive and we were uplifting each other. But we were funny and the crowd was into it. The performers were into it. It was so good. And so many people gave me so much good feedback at the end. They said that they loved the positivity, that especially nowadays, there's so much negativity in the world. And to have an avenue and a place where people could have fun, be funny, but also be positive was such a breath of fresh air. And so I had performers say that they hoped more people make shows like that because they wanted to get booked on shows like that. And some of my audience said that they really loved it and they hope that more people do shows like that. So if you're a show producer, I highly recommend, if you have talented people that know how to be funny, and they don't have to be negative to be funny, I offer you a reverse roast idea, a big bake. I also like to bake, so that's why I like the idea of calling it a big bake. I literally had baked goods that I baked myself available at the live show. But yeah, it was so much fun. And so if that's something that interests you, the footage of the show is on this channel. There's a few edits of it. There's an edit of the full show, so you can see the full shebang, everything, including the burlesque and the drag, and the stand-up comedy. But if you just want to see the bake portion, aka the reverse roast, you can also find that edit on this channel. It's MeMeCherry's Big Bake. I highly recommend it. It's so much fun. I just, gosh, my face that night when I came home, my cheeks hurt from smiling and laughing so much. It was such a good night. And then literally 24 hours later, Doja Cat, I actually saw her team doing the walkthrough while we were breaking down my show and getting, you know, de-dragged and all of that. Suddenly there was like VIP traipsing through the club. And I was told that a super secret performer was going to be performing the next day because it was Outside Lands. My show was the night before Outside Lands. I called it the unofficial kickoff party to Outside Lands. And yes, and then literally as I was like packing up my bag, there were like all these VIPs walking through the club. And come to find out, 24 hours later, it was Doja Cat's team doing a walkthrough of the venue, which was so cunty. But yeah, so that's a little bit about me and the kind of content that you can find on this channel. If that's something that you like, I would appreciate a cute little subscribe. I am trying to get to 1,000 followers by the end of the year. And so every little subscriber counts. So if you can hit subscribe, I would really, really love you for that. That would make my day. It would literally make my day. And yeah, I just want to keep bringing you more fun stuff like my podcast, like my rhinestoning projects. Ooh, there was another thing that I did this year. I recreated Jenna Marble's full face of rhinestones for a video, but it didn't really end up happening the way that I expected it to. So we kind of scrapped the idea a little bit. But I was thinking maybe that would be fun to do live too, to go live and cover my face in rhinestones, to recreate Jenna Marble's full face of rhinestones, and then maybe do it on a day that like I'm booked for a show, and then that's like my face that I do for the show, or I go out on the street and I interview people, one or the other. But let me know in the chat, what do you think? Would you like to see me go live and recreate Jenna Marble's full face of rhinestones? Right? Wouldn't that be so fun? Beach. I miss Jenna Marbles. I miss you, Beach. She would be so... I think she'd be so into Labubus. I think her and Julian would be turning themselves into Labubus. And with Halloween around the corner, I think she would probably turn herself into a Labubu. A giant Labubu for Halloween. I could see Jenna Marbles doing that. I hope she's happy. I hope her and Julian are living a wonderful, happy, joyous life off the internet. What a concept, right? Just living your life. IRL. I am a chronically online semi-gay, so that would be hard for me. But I could see myself doing it if I was somewhere where I could just swim all day and be with animals and my friends and a sexy, sexy lover. I could see myself being very happy with life IRL and not on this weird, weird thing called the interweb. Although the internet did give me a life. It's given me a job. It's the reason why me and my mom came to California back in the 90s. My mom was a tech founder back in 1995. I call her a digital 49er. She was one of the first ones. And now I'm here holding the torch. Let's see. We have somebody in the comments. Why did you put on Labubu? Because I wanted to. Because I can. Because why not? Because why be so precious with these things made out of, like, you know, cloth and stuffing? They're just little dolls at the end of the day. And if you are old enough to have been around for the Beanie Baby era, you understand that they're just little stuffed dolls that people spend money on to make themselves feel a little bit better. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm making myself feel a little bit better with these crazy dark times by rhinestoning my Labubu. And it's not even mine. I mean, it is mine, but I'm going to be gifting it for a friend. And my friends love the blinged out Labubus. I mean, who wouldn't want this? Hello? I love her. I'm so mad I'm giving her away. I made her for my trainer, and I am holding on to her way longer than I should. I should be already giving her away, but she's so cute. I don't want to give her away. Why wouldn't you want to do this to your Labubu? Hello? I mean, hello? Like, you're the problem. The call's coming from inside the house, darling. Ring, ring. It's you. It's you. You're calling from inside the house. Hello? 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 She just gets stuck saying hello now. Hello? It's the glue. The glue starts to get to me after a while and I get loopy. I'm like, wee! It's loopy time. My dog's at the vet right now, getting her dental cleaning. Sadly, they have to extract a tooth, which sucks because I have like a vet plan